Welcome to Grey County Life. I'm JC Coutts.
I'm Sarah Carmichael. It certainly was a busy weekend. Holy moly.
Wow.
We, of course, had the Owen Sound Attack game on Saturday, the Hockey Fights Cancer game. A big thank you to everybody that was there for that event, helping to raise money for the Canadian Cancer Society. There was the Trick or Treat Trail. Did you get to take a little wander down the trail or no?
I saw the Trick or Treat Trail in, they had a different version in Saugeen Shores over the weekend. Of course, with Halloween being on a Tuesday this year, it meant pretty much every place geared stuff for kids on the weekend. And yeah, businesses opened up. They had candy. Kids could wear their costumes, go out on a Saturday, which is really cool.
Yeah, especially for like the younger kids when maybe going trick-or-treating at night is a little too scary, or maybe they get a little too tired because by the time they get home from school and get themselves dinner, a lot of them are pretty much ready for bed. And I mean, it also gets dark at like 6 p.m. now too. So a lot of the younger ones might not want to be out trick-or-treating, but Trick-or-Treat Trail happening during the day was really great. Downtown Owen Sound, they had one as well throughout downtown Meaford with a lot of participants. And the Meaford Knights actually had a haunted house on Saturday at the Meaford Hall, which was part of the Trick or Treat Trail because they wanted to be involved too. So thank you to the Meaford Knights for doing that. I'm sure that a lot of kids really enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, it was such an amazing weekend. Billy Bishop Museum, I think you mentioned they had their trivia night on the weekend, and I couldn't keep up with all of it. I was at the Attack game on Saturday. That's what I did. I was like, I'm doing one thing this weekend, and it's the Attack game. Getting to fill in for Mark McKelvey on the broadcast crew this past weekend was great. What else were you up to in the last few days?
Oh, well, I went, of course, on Sunday at the Legion. The Billy Bishop Museum was honoring some local veterans, so that was a really moving ceremony. And yeah, as you mentioned, the trivia night was on Saturday night, and I loved the costumes. I mean, the costumes, people get really into it, and it's a great fundraiser because, of course, Billy Bishop is, the museum and home there is awesome to support because it's a great local site for people to visit when they come to town. As far as my weekend, it wasn't too bad. I stayed busy. I always stay busy. In fact, I usually stay too busy on the weekends because by the time Monday rolls around, I'm tired.
Yeah, that's right. Then you need another weekend from your weekend just to rest.
Where are we with the whole 4-day work week thing?
I keep bringing this up, and if Alex Ruff is watching, I don't know how much power or swing he has as our local MP, but we'd like to see some change there and maybe a little bit less work and more fun would be great.
There has been many different areas that has tried this, right? They've put this out as a pilot program where they've done a 4-day work week, a 3-day weekend. They just have those work days be a little longer, right? So instead of an 8-hour day, you work a 10-hour day, but you work 4 days. And honestly, everything I've read is positive. Like absolutely everybody who has switched to this type of schedule has better mental health. They feel more productive. They get more work done during the work hours because they know that they have a little more free time to get everything else done. So there's less pressure. And I feel like I would sign that petition if that was something that they were going to, regulate in Canada. I would gladly work longer work days, 4 days a week to have that extra day.
Yeah, and you know what? Since they're bringing shrinkflation to everything in our lives, bring it to our work week too. Let's shrinkflation that down to size and make it right.
Because they're not shrinkflation at the grocery store these days.
Oh, have you noticed that? It's getting really odd, isn't it? When you go to grab something, you're like, this used to be more.
Yeah.
It's more cost, but there used to be more of it here.
Right, and I mean, I feel bad even complaining personally because I mean, I'm only cooking for 2, right? Our household is small. There's only 2 of us now at the house with our dogs, obviously, but just we're feeding 2 of us, and so my grocery bill is definitely more than it used to be, but probably still a lot less than a lot of families. And I don't know how some of these families are making ends meet. I mean, a lot of them are turning to the food banks and such for that extra support because of food insecurity. And I know we've talked to Alice Wannen about that from the Salvation Army Food Bank, and they've seen such an increase even in just the last 6 months of people accessing that. So that being said, if you are finding yourself in a position to donate, please consider dropping some things off to the Salvation Army Food Bank, especially as we're going into Christmas. People are going to be trying to afford to buy gifts for their families, and maybe, money might get taken out of the grocery budget for that. So they may be, relying a little more heavily on the food bank. So please be generous if you can.
Speaking of trying to save a little bit of money when it comes to the grocery bill, we've been trying to cook more at home lately. And when I was home a couple of weeks ago, and I'm a little embarrassed to tell this story, but my mother gave me her Instapot, which she no longer uses. She doesn't have time for. Sheila's overbooked with her extracurricular activities.
She's a busy lady.
She is. She needs to retire.
But she won't.
She won't retire. No, she won't slow down. So she gave me the Instapot, said, I don't use this anymore, take it. Now, my wife says, no more appliances, we have enough. I've always wanted to try an Instapot because I'm told the soups are amazing. I have done so far a chicken noodle and a beef stew, and they have been phenomenal. Every review that is out there about Instapots, I think all the positives are true.
So I don't know. I don't have an Instapot. Is it not just like a crock pot?
It's like a pressure cooker, so it's like a crock pot on steroids.
Okay.
So, and you can cook everything in it. So, like for example, you know how you go to saute your beef before you put it in? You do that all in the Instapot. So you saute it, you dump all your vegetables in, you dump all your spices in, you dump your beef broth in, and it was 35 minutes for stew. And then it's like ready to go after 35 minutes.
Interesting.
So I know you can do a lot with them. I think you can make yogurt with them. Not obviously something high on my list of things to do, but I know that I can do it should I ever feel the notion.
You have the power. Yeah, I've been trying to use the crock pot more, but I think ours is a little bit old. So it's not working great. I tried to do a pulled pork in there the other night, and it took way longer than it was supposed to, and I ended up having to take it out and put it in the oven because I got impatient.
Well,
but
I'm guessing if Ryan is watching, maybe a new crock pot on the Christmas list this year.
I do not want a crock pot for Christmas.
No. Okay, maybe
do
not Ryan.
Buy that for me.
Don't get a crock
no,
pot
thank
for
you.
That's like a vacuum for your birthday.
Absolutely not, which is coming up, by the way.
All
but
right.
anyway, on the show today, we are going to be joined in studio by Nuclear Vibes for a musical performance. We're also going to be talking to Jesse from Grey Bruce Roller Derby about an upcoming home opener. And of course, Renee from the Owen Sound Animal Shelter are going to be joining us in studio. Please stay tuned to Grey County Life.
This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
It'd be a tragedy if we were losing one person to drug overdose every day. 5, 7, or 12 people? That would be unimaginable. But in Canada, we lose 20 people to overdose every single day. That's a crisis. Donate to help CAMH face addiction head on.
Hi, can I take your order? Hello?
Oh, hey. Wait, what was the question?
Let me guess. One driving high combo, extra baked?
No. Could I get a burger with a side of fries?
Think you're a better driver when you're high? Think again. Smoking weed affects reaction time and concentration. A message from Mad Canada.
Hello, Grey County. I'm your warden, Brian Milne. Want to be the first to know about news, services, and decisions in your community? Watch Grey County Council meetings live from the comfort of your living room, right here on Rogers TV, Grey County.
You are not my yours is for me too. Our love is true. This back road of dirt, the secret spot we have, wildflowers are in bloom, birds in a sky so blue, still you're my favorite view. And I don't wanna go back to that old house where I grew up with trouble all around. And now that you have chosen me to be your spouse, I just wanna get the hell out of this town. And we can take the back roads, who will ever know? Nobody will miss us or notice that we're gone. So start up your pickup truck, let's head down south on this back road. When the nightfall comes, hear the crickets say, everything is dark. Pull over and park so we can share our warmth. All I know is love when you're here with me. You're all that I want, no matter what. You feel like home. I know that we have so much to figure out, but we'll find our way without anybody's help. And people may say our heads are in the clouds, but I don't care about the words from their mouths. Yeah, we will find our own way, we'll go against the grain. As long as we're together, I know we'll be okay. So start up your pickup truck and let's head down south on this back road. On this back road.
That is Nuclear Vibes in the Grey County Live Studio. Hi guys, how are you? Thanks for being on the show today.
A little nervous, first time on a camera myself, so you know.
Well, in a big studio, but we all have phones, right? Of course.
Yeah, it's true.
We're on that form of cameras every day. But Faith and Ken from Nuclear Vibes are here. You guys, of course, are going to perform a few more songs for us today before we're all done.
Sure.
But we do want to chat and get to know you a little bit better. I guess the first question is, how long has Nuclear Vibes been a thing?
I guess about a year now.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah.
It's our first summer playing out, and kind of we were hitting some open mics and stuff before that. But yeah, I'd say rounded out about a year now.
Yeah, I work as an educational assistant. So I was at St. Anthony's at the time, like last year around this time, and Crystal Shawanda came by, and I completely disregarded my job after the show and walked up to her, started talking. We became friends, and I don't regret that. So yeah, that was really what gave me the inspiration to take music seriously. And yeah, it's been so much fun ever since.
I mean, it sounds like, just from hearing this one song, it sounds like you guys have been together for years, and you're just telling me this has only been like a year thing?
Yeah, and this song's pretty
believe it or
new.
not.
Yeah, we wrote this one maybe like a month or two ago.
Yeah, it took me a while to convince Faith to sing and get out and play, because like I've always loved to play and be a picker and stuff, and And yeah, I don't know, but it took me a while to convince her to get out and play with me. That's for sure. That is true.
And what would you say that your style is when it comes to music?
Well, we're definitely blues based, but you know, there's a saying, blues is the roots and the rest is the fruits, meaning like every other style of music out there it's got blues elements in it. So yeah, I'm going to say we're the blues, and pretty soon we're going to be adding a little more like funk and upbeat stuff to it, maybe some more R&B, but that stands for rhythm and blues, so I'm still going to say blues.
Yeah, we're music fans at the core, so we kind of love everything, a little bit of everything, so it's kind of hard to put ourselves in a box, but we definitely gravitate towards that blues for sure.
Yeah, did you come from musical families? Like growing up, was music a big thing for you?
Not so much me, but...
For me, it was, I grew up going to church every Sunday, and my mom was always like playing piano and singing, and I was heavily encouraged to do that as well. So yeah, I've been singing my whole life.
Amazing.
And I know that you guys, you've said you've already started to get a few gigs booked here and there. You mentioned Crystal Shawanda, who I think, did you open for her at a show?
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
And what was that like? Because now you're opening for someone that's won Junos, and you haven't really, as you mentioned, performed that much in that realm before. So all of a sudden, here's me warming up for a Juno Award winner. How was that?
Yeah.
That was really fun. We did our homework for that one. We found her personal YouTube page and found her playlist of her favorite songs, and there was one on there called Stay High. We watched it, fell in love with it, learned how to play it, played it for her, and just watched her in the back singing along, smiling, and it was so cool. It's like, oh, I'm gonna remember that forever.
we really have to give a shout out to Rick and Marilyn of the Bruce County Blues Society for that opportunity.
They've been very supportive.
Yeah, they seen us at a few open mics, and they were very supportive to Faith to suggest that she got out and sang, and so yes, we definitely got to mention those guys.
Yeah, definitely.
Anybody that's ever been down to King Carden before, down to the Blues Festival that's there every year, they would see the work of Rick and Marilyn firsthand when they put together that event. Did you guys play there this year?
We did.
Yes.
We were on the OPG stage, I think is what it was called. Yeah.
Just beside the Bruce,
Yeah, it was really fun.
So now one of the toughest things about being in music is writing the songs, right? So are you writing all of your own songs, your own lyrics, putting those out there? And is that the first one we heard you guys wrote by yourself just a few months ago?
Yeah, we fight a lot.
Yeah, it's a process, but I think it's because we care. But I don't know, some songs come together really easy, and some songs, it takes a lot of work. But usually it's kind of a joint effort. Largely she's writing her lyrics and melody, and I'm taking care of the instrumental and stuff like that. So, and then we're both, of course, giving feedback on each other's parts while we do that. So it's definitely a team effort there, I think. Yeah.
There's some songs we have that I wrote like years ago, and we're just starting to revive it. And he's a much better player than I am, so I'm like, okay, you do what you want to do with this music, but this is my song.
And I know that you've come with a few songs to play today. We should get to another one here. What are we about to hear, and what was the process to make this song?
Oh No?
Oh No? Okay, yeah. So we'll do Oh No. So this is when I wrote the lyrics to it like years ago. And I guess, last summer you were just kind of playing around with the riff, and I was like, hey, these words fit on top of that. We slapped it together. It was easy. So
yeah, and it has a very special meaning for this one. We got to raise some money for the Women's House and everything when we released that song.
So, yeah. So we we dedicated it to survivors of domestic abuse, and when we released this song, we were also raising money for the Women's Center in Grey Bruce. So we were able to raise $550.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
All right. So a song with very special meaning. It's called Oh No. And this is Nuclear Vibes in the Grey County Life Studio.
So we meet again. You say you need a friend, but I don't need a friend like you. The stuff you do. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. watch me walk away. Don't care what you have got to say. Don't give me that excuse. I know your words, they hold no truth. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. I'm fine by myself, so let's see our farewells. We'll go our separate ways, but don't you come back to me. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. Oh no, no. Oh no. Oh no, no, no. So we meet again under the same circumstance. You fooled me once before, so now I say no more. Oh no. Oh no, no. Oh no, no. Oh no. Oh no, no, no.
In the Great County Life Studios. You got to see the blues firsthand there on that solo, eh?
Yeah, a little bit. Try to go for it a little bit on the solo once in a while.
We've got about 5 minutes left, guys. So we better not waste too much time because we do want to get to another performance before we let you go today. So what song would you like to perform next, and what's the story behind it?
So this next song is called Booze and Bad Decisions, and you can make up whatever story you want for that one.
I think we've all got a story to relate to that.
We do. It's the soundtrack of our weekends.
Just college for me.
That's right.
Yeah.
Booze and Bad Decisions. It is Nuclear Vibes performing live in the Great County Life Studio.
This will be a night that I won't remember. I took all my money and exchanged it for I better drink it fast so that I can have some courage for when you come by to say, hi, how you doing? Well, I smell like booze and bad decisions. You feel like the best bad thing that I've done. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm glad that I came, and I'm glad that you're spending the night at my place. I think that I got my eyes on you, baby, and I think that you got yours on me too. I can't walk straight anymore, I'm so wasted, but I'm on my way to get closer to you. Well, I smell like booze and bad decisions. You feel like the best bad thing that I've done. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm glad that I came, and I'm glad that you're spending the night at my place. We sing, yeah, 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 yeah. We sing, yeah, 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 yeah. We sing. tomorrow morning I'll wake up with you beside me, and I don't think that I'll remember your name. And I smell like rose and bad decisions. You feel like the best bad thing that I've done. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm glad that I came, and I'm glad that you're spending the night at my place. I smell like rose and bad decisions. You feel like the best bad thing that I've done. I'm so glad that you're here. I'm glad that I came, and I'm glad that you're spending the night at my
That was awesome. That was awesome. A lot of power for a small frame. And I mean that in a great way.
Guys, I think we've got about a minute left, so let's talk about if people want to see you perform live. I know you're going to be performing live this Sunday, and it's a contest that you're in to win to go to Nashville and perform there. Tell us about that.
Yeah. So this is the regional qualifiers. The Bruce County Blues Society is holding it. I think there's 2 other solo duo acts that we're competing against. There's also, I think, 3 bands. We're not competing against them, though. They can send a solo duo act and a band. So, I mean, we're hoping.
Have you ever been to Nashville before?
No.
Okay.
So, yeah.
We have not. The best thing for a musician is to get out there and see other scenes and stuff, so we think it could be really, really great for our development if we get the opportunity. So, we're going to go for it. We want to be yes people and take every opportunity we can. So
love that. Yeah, love that.
Well, we've got our fingers crossed for you. We've got information on Nuclear Vibes. You'll see it on your screen. Go and visit them online. See them perform live when you get a chance. The next one coming up this Sunday as they compete. And our fingers are crossed. You guys go to Nashville and represent us.
Thank you so much.
Stay tuned. We've got more coming up on Grey County Life.
Heartbeat of Mother Earth, I feel you and embrace your warmth. I see you dancing through the trees. Your song floats on the summer breeze. Community, we come together. We are the voice of our ancestors. Thankful for how much you bless us. Feel the thunder in the drum. All our voices sing as one. Feel the power, feel the pride. Feel the drumbeat deep inside. Feel the boom, feel the bass. Let's let go of time and space. It'll make you dance, it'll make you sing. Ode Wegun, Wedok Wishin. The drum will lead you, take you far. Always remember who you are.
I'm Carol Merton. Please join me for HealthLink, a program connecting home, community, and healthcare. Please join me and watch HealthLink on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to Grey County Life. Joining us in studio now, we have Jesse the Destroyer from the Grey Bruce Roller Derby team. Am I correct?
Yes.
That is your official team name?
Yes.
Now, were you given that name or did you choose it?
I chose it. It wasn't the first one I started with. When I first started roller derby about 7 years ago, I was Bender. because I was a brake press bender at the time. But since changing careers, I wanted something that included my name, and I pretty much just scrolled the internet for days until I came across one that worked with my name and I felt suited me best.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I love that part of the roller derby life, is that everybody has their persona and they have these different nicknames, and like it's like Destroyer, the Crusher, like, and it's just so fun. So for those of us who don't know a lot about roller derby, give us the synopsis, sort of how does it work?
So roller derby is a point-based game, full contact, with legal zones. There are places where you're not allowed to hit, like the spine and center of the back. That's would cause you a penalty. So you have 4 blockers. One is a pivot, and then one is what we call a dangler. And then you have your jammer. And the object of the game is for the jammer to break through the pack, go around the track once, and then for each blocker they pass, they get a point. And so it's a point-based game. So your blocker team is doing offense and defense, because we're trying to get our jammer through the pack as well as keep the opposing team's jammer trapped.
So it's, if I'm running the numbers in my head right, it's 5-on-5 at a time?
Yes.
Okay, so 5-on-5, and it's full contact.
With the exception of certain spots.
You can't drop an elbow into someone's
No.
spine. Okay.
No elbows, no forearms. There are a lot of rules, and I am still learning them.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. Even 7 years later,
Yeah.
there's still stuff to learn. Now, so the Grey Bruce Roller Derby team, how many people are on this team right now? About?
Our roster right now, we have over 40, closer to 45. We have a fresh batch of skaters that are just going through training, and that is about 12 new skaters that are just starting this month, and they are incredible to watch.
Now, you said there's about 40. Is that typical of a roller derby team to have a roster that big of 40, or is that a little bit maybe bigger here because it's so popular here?
There's not all 40 players will play on the track, but we still include them in our roster because they contribute very much to the roller derby community. So we have what you call an NSO, which is a non-skating official, and so they will help prep for our games and help the coaches. There's a number of retired derby players that we still keep on our roster because they are great coaches and they really help support the newer derby members.
They're like the cheerleaders.
Yes.
Which is awesome, because everybody needs a cheerleader. That's great. Now, as far as the Grey Bruce Roller Derby team goes, I know that, as you said, you've got a fresh crop coming in just as new skaters this month. How would someone go about getting involved in roller derby, and like what sort of gear would they need before they get signed up?
So when I started, I just showed up and I didn't leave.
They can't get rid of you. Gotcha.
But we do have a Derby 101 training program where you can sign up online. It is a 10-week program, and we teach you the basic skating skills, and then we gradually introduce you into contact, how to properly fall, and then all the rules.
Right, which, as you said, takes quite a while to really learn. Now, obviously, roller skates are a part of the uniform.
Yes.
And then just sort of, there's like a t-shirt and obviously a helmet of some sort. Do they wear a mouth guard?
Mouth guards, helmets, elbow pads, knee pads, and wrist guards.
Okay, so you try to be as protected as you can, and hopefully nobody gets too hurt. Have you ever had an injury from roller derby?
No.
No, eh?
No.
Wow. Okay.
All right. Well, that's good to know, because you always wonder with any sport, it's like, okay, what am I is there a high chance of broken wrists here, broken ankles? Like, what's going to happen if I get involved in this?
The big thing when you first start the roller derby training program is learning how to fall safely. And we always say pick a cheek. So you want to fall on one side of your body versus the other, and not directly on like your back or your tailbone, because you can get hurt a lot easier that way. Yeah.
What is the age for someone? Is it pretty vast for your team? Is there a lot of different ages represented?
So our youngest player is 16, and she just had her first junior bout. So they went to the city and they had their first game. Our oldest player, she is in her 60s.
Wow.
She was one of our original players, and she's been with us for 15 years since we started the Grey Bruce Roller Derby in our area.
Wow.
She's probably one of the scrappier ones, I'm guessing, too.
She's real feisty, I bet. Now, as far as the team, what sort of a time commitment is there, like practices and stuff like that?
So right now we have Wednesday night practices, which is 7 till 9, so 2 hours a week. We have an occasional practice on Sundays, which is the second and fourth Sundays of the month. We could do a play-based scrimmage, which is mainly just playing roller derby, and we more or less reserve our Wednesdays for training and learning new techniques and skills.
How many teams is it a league, like a proper league, or are there multiple teams across a vast geographic area that you competed against?
Yes, so it's all of Southern Ontario. I don't know the correct number, but in my contacts, I have probably 20 different teams right now.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then how does it work? Is there a proper schedule that comes in at the start of the season? It's like, we know we're going to Georgetown on Sunday and we're going to Napanee the following week, or do you just kind of challenge other teams? Like, how does the league function?
So that's kind of my job.
Okay.
As the boat planner, I reach out to these other teams and try and arrange different dates. We have 4 home games arranged for next season already, with commitment from other teams such as Toronto, Hogtown, Durham, and Simcoe. So we'll be playing against them in the new year, which we're really excited about. And then once I have those confirmed, we're going to start reaching out to more teams for away games. So we're hoping to have 8 to 10 games in total next year. So at least twice a month we're hoping for.
Amazing. Now, where do you guys practice? Like, where is your team sort of based out of?
During the summer months, we are based in Shallow Lake at the arena, but when the ice goes into the rink, we go into Kilsyth.
Okay. And how long is the season? So you said you're already in there in the summer and the winter, so are you kind of year-round? It's any time is roller derby time?
Pretty much. The game season is normally your summer months because ice in most arenas is something that we have to contend with, but we're fortunate we have a winter venue that we can practice with for the off season and training. We typically take December and January off because our arena isn't insulated that we currently participate in, and so it gets very cold in the winter, and everybody wants to spend time for Christmas, and so those are our down months, and then we start up again in February.
And do you compete is there a championship at the end of the season? Is there like you're going for like the big something bowl
Is there a
at
big
the end
trophy?
of the year? Yeah.
There should be.
Yeah.
There should be, yeah.
Starting now, there will be. Yeah.
I like that idea.
Okay. And so are tournaments a thing? Would you travel with the entire Grey Bruce team and go off to a tournament for a weekend in like Sudbury or something like that?
Yes, there are different games that we can sign up for as a team, and there will be, they call them like double headers or triple headers, where they'll have 2 or 3 back-to-back games, and that would be considered a tournament game. We have a Fresh and the Furious game in June for all of our new players in the entire league. I did that back in June, and it was so much fun.
That's
Amazing.
awesome.
Now, for someone who's considering getting involved with roller derby, because I'll be honest, I have toyed with this idea because I think I need a hobby. I've decided I need something to keep me busy, stay active, because, you know, it is very physical as well. So it is good for you in that aspect. What are like some things to consider? Like, is there, you know, you need to have skating experience or anything like that for somebody who's just wanting to try?
No experience necessary. We will teach you all the basic skills. We need warm bodies.
Right. Show up and we'll show you what to do.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it.
I heard you mention too when we were chatting before the interview that you find roller derby, roller skating, easier than ice skating. And I felt that it was funny that you said that, because I had the same thing happen to me when I was quite young. I did not know how to ice skate, but we went on a school trip one day to a roller skating rink. I put those things on and I was flying. Like, I was great, because the balance changes, everything kind of changes. So it's even if you're thinking, well, I could never ice skate, so I can't do this, you probably can.
Oh yes, definitely. I grew up ice skating. When I was about 7, my mom started taking me to the local roller skate rinks, and we would go every Friday night, so I had a little bit of experience. Into the boards.
Right. It's a pretty fast-paced game, right? Because you've got your jammers trying to get in there and get those points. The blockers trying to... It's pretty intense from what I can tell just from a few videos that I've seen. You know, if someone's going to come and watch, it's an exciting game.
It is chaos.
Yeah.
It's chaos.
Is that someone's nickname on the team?
Yes.
there's a chaos at stake. Thank you.
Has to be a chaos in there. That's awesome. Now, coming up, you have your home opener. Now,
Yes.
this is going to be on November 11th. So tell us a little bit about that.
So doors open at 4 o'clock. First game is a black and white, we're calling it the COVID Freshies. So with COVID, not a lot of teams have been able to have games and play. So we opened it up for our fresh players within the last 3 years. So that will be our first game, which starts at 5 o'clock. So it'll be a black and white game, followed by Grey Bruce Roller Derby and Toronto, which will be our feature game at 7 o'clock.
Okay. And this is in Mount Forest?
Correct,
Okay.
at the Victory Church location.
All right. And tickets will be available at the door for anyone that's interested in going to that event?
Yes, yes.
Perfect. And I have one question, because I've been wondering about strategy when it comes to roller derby for people that are thinking about signing up, because obviously with any sport, certain characteristics make you better for certain positions. So like you mentioned, you've got like the blockers there, so I'm guessing size matters in that position, whereas if you're small and fast, that's who you want as your, what was the term that?
Jammer.
As the jammer.
Yeah.
Is that correct? Is that what you kind of look for?
We do whatever you're comfortable with.
Okay.
We have some skaters who, in my my theory is that they would be excellent jammers, but it's a confidence thing. Okay. So we want to do everything at your comfort level. So right now I'm what you would call a inside butt, but eventually I want to become a pivot. So a pivot takes on the transition from when the jammer needs help, and then you become the jammer eventually. And it's you just kind of work up your skills until you're comfortable with where you're at, and we don't push anybody to do anything more than what they're comfortable with. And
awesome. Yeah, I think I'd be a blocker. I got pretty broad shoulders, so I think that I could take a hit. You know what I mean? Like obviously a legal one. Nobody's going to hit me in the spine or anything, right? But I feel like I could push back if
Absorb
I
if you needed to.
Yes, exactly. I could take it. That's awesome. Now this home bout, as we said, is going to be November 11th in Mount Forest. And if people want to get more details about that and about your organization, how would they do that?
So we are on social media, so Facebook, Instagram. So look up Grey Bruce Roller Derby. We also have a website, and if you have any contacts with the team members, just talk to us and we'll be happy to hook you up.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so exciting. You said 7 years is how long you've been roller skating, but about 1 year you've been competing officially now?
Yes. So I first started in 2017, and I did the training program then, and then I had my son. So then you have to have time off. And then there was COVID in there, and then I had my daughter. So I had done the roller derby 101 training program probably 4 times.
Oh, wow.
And
She kept having the, disruptions of having babies. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, life always gets in the way.
And so I was very excited this year to finally get through the entire program and become a playing member on the team.
That's awesome. And what first drew you to the sport? Like, how did you first decide to get involved in it?
I just loved roller skating.
Yeah.
And it was from going every Friday night with my mom to the local rinks. And when I was about 17, I saw a poster at our post office, and it said Grey Bruce Roller Derby, and it was advertising their game. And I was like, I want to go check this out. And it wasn't probably for about 2 years after that I was finally able to attend one of their games. And I was like, I want to do this. Like, you walk in the building and the energy and the atmosphere, it just draws you in. And it's like, I want to be a part of this.
Oh, that's so cool. I love that. And I love that you're so enthusiastic about it. And like anybody that I've ever known that has been affiliated with roller derby is the same. Like, they're super passionate about it because they just love it so much and they enjoy it. And not just the sport itself, but the camaraderie amongst all of your players and all of your teammates, right?
Yes.
Yeah, well, great way to make friends, meet new people.
Yes.
I have one more sports nerd question to ask, because this is how my brain works. Any type of sport I've ever played, whether I was good or bad at it, of course, you always want to have the best equipment. Is there a key to finding the best roller skates, specifically for roller derbies? Is there like a brand name out there that people need to watch out for because they're the best, or?
I'm still trying to figure that out myself.
Okay.
Trial and error.
When I first got my gear, it was, they have like a basic program starter kit, because you don't know whether you want to continue with roller derby, and it was just a place to start. But now that I've been playing for 7 years in skating, I was like, okay, I need to upgrade my wheels, I need to upgrade my toe stops, and all the things. So
So that all plays into it in roller derby, just like in any sport.
Yeah, you got to make sure your equipment is appropriate for how you're playing, and making sure that it's getting replaced as needed. That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Well, looking forward to the event that's coming up on Saturday, November 11th.
Best
of luck to you and your teammates this season.
Thank you so much.
Stay tuned on Great County Life. Thank you again, Jesse the Destroyer, which is just fun to say. We should all have nicknames for any part of life. We'll be back with Renee from the Owen Sound Animal Shelter, and we'll meet an animal that's looking for a new forever home.
Hi, I'm David Sherman, host of Politically Speaking. Politically Speaking is interviews with your politicians on Rogers TV. 7 o'clock Thursday evening. Politically Speaking on Rogers TV.
I belong here.
You may think I don't fit in.
That I don't look the part.
But to me, curling is more than a sport.
It's my community.
Together, we can sweep away the barriers.
Create spaces where we all belong.
And experience the joy of curling.
I belong here.
We belong here. We unite. And united we curl.
I'm your host of Attack Rap, Nick Kennedy, and this week on the show, we've got number 9, Sam Sedley, and number 18, Servac Petrovsky. So make sure you tune in to Rogers TV for all your attack action.
Hi, I'm David Sherman, host of Politically Speaking. Join me for my next show, where my guests will be from the Blue Water District School Board. Politically Speaking on Rogers TV.
I feel like we need a disclaimer for this next segment that it's going to be a cuteness overload. So if you have issues with seeing too much cuteness, you may want to turn off your sets.
Viewer
Hi, Renee.
advisory.
Hi. It's not even me they want to see.
Renee's cute too.
I'm cute, but it's not me they want to see. It's this adorableness, and I mean, sorry you're not here because it is really fun, actually. With me today are the 2 remaining puppies of a litter that we've had a few weeks. There are 2 others at the shelter, but they have potential homes lined up. So we're crossing our fingers that they're not in need of a home, but these 2 definitely are. The one in your hands is a male, and I think you're the girl. Yep, and this is the girl. Their mother is with us at the shelter. They've been with us, as I said, a couple of weeks. We don't know their age. Estimating about 7 weeks now, but we're not sure, so which is why we've held them a couple of weeks to be sure they were ready to go home. Yeah. They've had their vaccines, they've been dewormed and defleed, and they've had the opportunity to meet all sorts of people and creatures, which is really super important with these little guys. You've had a car ride, yeah, you're here on TV, how cool is that, right? I mean, you're learning to do dog stuff, which is nice. We have absolutely no idea who Daddy is. Guess. But Mummy is a Vizsla mix. She looks predominantly Vizsla, it's hard to say. A Vizsla, for those that don't know, is very similar to a pointer type breed. They're a bird dog, similar in personality to the Weimaraners or the Labs or all of those bird dogs. He's totally fine. He's a good puppy, we promise. And his name becomes trouble. Just like that. Hi.
His name's Rascal.
Hi, thank you. No, don't you start. We're trying to tell people you're good puppies.
Oh, they are good puppies. They're super
good
rambunctious
puppies.
and fun.
So they will be probably mid-size. This one obviously, now this one's moved onto the mic. This one will be smaller than that one because it is a female, but beyond that, you're gonna get a mid-sized dog. Probably, but it's the perfect opportunity if you want a dog with a clean slate to do it. When you have young children especially, or if you're somebody who has a lot of special requirements, maybe you got dogs, cats, kids that come around, all sorts of things, and we're like, nope, sorry, nothing, nope, sorry, nothing. Every time you're looking, this is the chance for the clean slate where they'll be good with everything. I think you should just take that one. You're having so much fun. He's a little monster.
If my dogs would allow it, I would. Or I
So much
guess
fun.
more so if my boyfriend would allow it. But our house is just too small.
So fun.
I keep chewing the microphone.
So fun. So fun. We have started crate training with them. I'm going to express a huge belief in crates.
Yeah.
We love them. We think that 90% of the people who use them don't bring us their puppies back. So we really want you to do that. We will lend one. A lot of people are not aware that the animal shelter has a plethora of dog crates, and what that means is if you need to borrow one for this period of time and then upgrade to another size, we can help you do that. Please do. Please use it.
We still crate our 1.5-year-old.
Absolutely.
Because he still gets into stuff. Yeah. Actually, I've lost 2 pairs of boots in the last month.
Yeah.
When we forgot to crate them.
Yeah, it happens. So I lost a couch. Yeah, walking to the barn for 10 minutes. Yeah, I lost a couch. So yes, we love crates also for that reason. It also makes house training easier. It makes travel easier. This little one's now chewing on my pants. Please don't. But in saying that, the other advantage to it is in the event you need to go on holidays, you end up losing your home for whatever reason, and your dog ends up at the animal shelter or what have you. The dog is then comfortable in a crate, which not only makes your life better, it makes their life better if things change in life, because their home stays the same. It's a little box, which makes them quite happy. Right.
I will say, I'll share this story. I've become a big fan of crate training. We started that with Lola, who just turned 1 as a golden retriever, and started as a puppy. It's to the point now where when she turned 1, we thought, you know what? You're 1 now. You don't seem to be destroying as much as you used to. You can sleep in the big bed at night. You don't have to go to the crate. You know what she does now every night? Turn off the light, start up the stairs. Come on, Lola. Straight into the crate.
Yeah.
She has no interest in going anywhere else.
It's her
safe space.
It's her little safe space.
Yeah.
I tell you, as somebody who deals with animal with behavior problems, like I said, the 90% of the people that crate are not the people calling me. It's the people who aren't, and it can make so many things different. So we recommend it for sure, especially with you little monkeys, because at this point, They're so easy to get them in a crate. It's a little harder when you got a 5-year-old and you're like, no, they've never been in a cage before. And so that can be a bit of an argument. But these little guys are easy and they love it. They like the tight little space. They're den animals. Dogs naturally den up in little burrows. And that's what they should do. Right? Right. Except you. You want to cuddle in somebody's bed too.
Oh.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, cuddles.
What the heck are you anyway, huh? What the heck?
Who is Dad?
Who is
Dad?
this?
We
What
don't
is
know.
this?
We
Super
don't
cute,
know.
whatever it is.
We need Maury Povich in here.
That's
Sorry,
right.
younger
It's true.
viewers, dated reference. I know.
It's true.
And the results are in.
That's right. I think you two have the same daddy, at least. I think.
Oh
right?
my goodness.
I mean, who
They're
knows?
so cute and super rambunctious, obviously, and they're at that fun puppy stage where, they're going to be getting into stuff. So
Don't eat that.
something to. That's just.
That's just Sarah's ring. It's fine. You can chew that.
Yeah, he's all really interested in the microphone, but they would be great pets to have. Obviously, some responsibility to, consider. Don't
Definitely.
just decide. Oh yeah, I'm getting a puppy. Like there's a lot to think about.
Like 20 years a lot.
Yeah,
right? 20
and
years a lot.
Training and all that stuff, and all the care with the vets and stuff. So it's something you'll want to think about. But oh my goodness, look at this
But
face.
just think quick about
Just
it.
look at
They're homeless.
Just look at this face. I know.
Just think quick.
I know.
Tell them.
We
This
don't
is
want
where
them
you're
to be at
supposed
the
to
shelter
cry.
much longer.
Say I'm sad.
Oh.
Oh gosh, pound puppies, huh?
Oh,
Let's do it. Be cute. Be
Uh,
cute.
Renee, obviously, we've talked about the fact that the Owen Sound Animal Shelter is seeing a lot of animals these days.
Sure
So
are.
for people that are thinking about it, maybe like they're looking right now and they're going, okay, a puppy's not what I'm looking for, but they have something in mind.
Yep.
They can just call you and let you know, and you have lists, you keep
sure
names
do.
of people.
Heck yeah, because that's the easiest way for me to do it. If you have something specific, perhaps you have allergies and you're like, I need a hypoallergenic, call me, we get you on the list. Perhaps you're like, no, I need something under 10 pounds. The reality is those higher wanted animals get adopted very quickly. Yeah. In saying that, that's exactly what we want to happen because we don't want them to spend any time with us if we don't have to. So definitely call us. And the same goes for cats. Maybe you have a special breed or special style or special type you want.
You want an
people
orange
have color
cat.
preferences. It's weird, but they do, and it's okay. Just call us. The idea is we want to get things moving as quickly as we can. Shelters are in a crisis. We're doing all right. People are very worried about us. We're doing all right, but shelters are in crisis and we don't know what the future holds. So it is possible that maybe now is not the time for you, but in the next 4 or 5 months it is. Call us now and let us start the process. We want to find the right match because, again, we don't want it to come back either because that would sort of defeat the whole purpose. And sometimes it takes a bit of time.
Absolutely.
You're so sad.
Well, if you're interested in either of these adorable puppies or in getting on a list for an animal that
got
will
the
be
quiet
available,
one. I did.
make sure you call Renee at the Owen Sound Animal Shelter at 519-372-1123. You can also check them out on Facebook. Thanks, Renee.
Thanks.
Poor guy.
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line, email us, or connect with us on social media.
The regulars, the guys who keep this place in business. Last week, they had something to celebrate. Jason had just finished university. So they toasted his profs, his TAs, his old roommates. Well, they toasted just about everyone. But I worry about and take care of my guys.